What's going on, everybody? John on here with you. It's a Saturday, November 2nd. How's everybody doing out there today? It's the Muskegon Voyagers and the Waterford Sharks. The Waterford Sharks get a second straight home game, so we get to get a broadcast.
And the 2023-2024 Bill Long Memorial Cup belongs to the Waterford Sharks. Celebrate!
Ryan Grammer had a couple of goals and then a big win in their opener, 15-3 against the Warhawks. For the Sharks, 14-1. We had that broadcast for you last week against the Warhawks. Goal differential and everything else was good. That's where the Sharks are leading right now. Again, we'll have some lineup adjustments to talk about when we get through it. I'll pause to the national anthem. But we do have some newcomers. Number 76, George Holt. Number 59, Brian Danielson will draw in the lineup today for the first time.
To Lakeland Ice Cream, home of your Waterford Sharks. Tonight's contest is against the visiting Muskegon Voyagers. For the visiting starting lineup, number 10, Luke McCarthy. Number 16, Andrew Taylor. Number 15, Ryan Hamburg. Number 72, Riley Pitchett. Number 51, Kyle Pitchett. And in at number 32, Devon Lay. And now for your Waterford Sharks, number 6, Theo Goody. Number 9, Nick Redmond. Number 16, Kieran Carlisle. Number 19, Michael Redmond. Number 61, Andrew Kaluja. And in net, number 31, Michael Swanky. May you all please rise and move your hats to the playing of the national anthem.
Okay, so for Muskegon, we got the starter, number 32, Devon Lay. And for the Waterford Sharks, their first line, it'll be Andrew Polsha. Michael Redmond is going to get the center spot today. Again, that's his debut for this season, at least in Kieran Carlisle, alongside Theo Goody and Nick Redmond on defense for the Sharks. So, as stated, if you follow along in any of the postseason action, again, we got the final one in Waterford last year during the summer. It was a 3-0 series sweep in the MIHL finals. Again, Muskegon was trying to go for a four-peat. They got denied of that in the hands of the Sharks. So this is going to be a big matchup, but there are some Sharks that are not going to be in the lineup today. Number 2, Cole Holgema. Number 10, Zach Molkowski. The assistant captain, Alex Gregorich. I think he's got some coaching duties today in Berkeley, so he's not going to be here. So this will be picked up now off the pass, and Kyle and Riley Picture will be in the back-end defense, and they're really good as well. This one turned right over, try to get recollected, but Schwanke will hold it up. So if you look at number 51 and number 72, the brothers Kyle and Riley Picture, they are a predominant D-line. And again, you have the captaincy at number 72, so those will be ones to watch out for the visitors' side. George Holt making his Sharks debut. Again, he was not on the roster last week. I think he was alone from the Rockers. As this is trying to get picked up now for Holt and then circled around the embankment. This will be hit a couple times in near the left side boards. This will go into the blind spot now for the Sharks here to pick up a pass with Kieran Carlisle to get this one ahead. Now Muskegon will take this one across the blue line. He can stick this side and put it around the net. Now, I've got a few cameras around me, but I do have a little bit of a TV viewing thing, so hopefully I'll try to pick up on that a little bit when I can't see. As this goes now near the right side for Redmond. Now across the D-line, the Sharks will take their time. Forecheck now for Muskegon has been a little bit of a bother, and this is picked up now nicely off the wrist, and this is stopped by Schwanke. What a beautiful save there. Here's a deflection attempt. Madness at the net now, and this goes down to the left side red line as the Sharks will try to start this in their own end. Again, Muskegon early on, just 18:45 into this, they've had some good forechecking pressure, and now they can start on their side. Long outstretched pass. Schwanke the one-on-one wraparound scores! Muskegon's on the board. Zach Grover. So right at the 18:37 marker. So Zach Grover and Christian Montgomery get Muskegon on the board quickly, as this is now near the right side. Waterford trying to get a pin, a couple stick chops there. Get picked up for Trevor Pode, so he is wearing his correct jersey number today. Again, week one, you kind of have a little bit of jerseys that don't fit. Here's a flipping puck. Muskegon now has a break. Here's a wrister. This one goes up and out of play. So really good start here for the Voyagers. Again, I wanted to say this in the open. I feel like both teams are going to have this date circled on the calendar for the reasons as mentioned. When Waterford gets a sweep in the building at the Lakeshore Sports Center, you know Muskegon wants to jump right down their throat and step on the gas and get the lead, and that's what they've done. Opportunity now near the left side boards off the spin and turn by Nick Papandrea. Papandrea will try to get this D to D. Here's a good outstretched feed now. This will be Spencer Bowman trying to race. Picture. Trying to pick this up now. Nice skate. Riley still got it. Trying to work his way in the offensive zone. Stick drag shot. And this one's saved by Schwanke. End-to-end action for the captaincy. And both captaincies having a laugh about that, Spencer Bowman and Picture. Good start to this game. Lots of speed. Kind of had the feeling going into this. I was really excited to get this one going. Again, hopeful as a businessman to see what the Sharks can do, but much respect to the Muskegon Voyagers. We know that, as this is a D-zone draw win. And now finally recollected here for the Sharks. Take this one D to D a couple times, and now into the neutral zone. We'll get a whistle here. High stick is the call. Luke McCarthy is going to go to the box, and the Sharks will have a power play here. So a couple of jersey adjustments to tell you about in this game if you're following along, or if you have the roster sheets at home. Number 77 normally for Luke Formica is number 26, and Brian Danielson at 96 is wearing number 59 tonight. Kieran Carlisle tries to win the draw. And this will go down the other way. So Muskegon will get the clear. Got about 17-15 left to go, and this first really just getting underway here as the assistant captain's in the box. Good skate through here for the Sharks. They picked up across the right side wall. Just kept in and across the blue line now for the Sharks. Devon Fields is going to play right wing today. Normally the defense as the Sharks are down a forward. Step through now for Michael Redmond. Off the back skate. Take this one D to D for Fields, so he's in that position in the high slot. The left side dot shot saved by Lay, and this one will be cleared down the ice. Schwanke go out of his net to make a long pass. Good quick up entry here for Fields. Started again now for Nick Papandrea, and this gets sticked away a couple times. There's a battle across center ice, and now the Muskegon Voyagers can escape off a long shot, and this one's partially blocked. Kept down the blue line off a half spin. Good work there for Grover, but he lost it. Now the Sharks can go ahead and try to take this in their own end. Good step through here for Andrew Polosha. And Muskegon will send it back down the ice. About 40 seconds left to go, and the Sharks man advantage. Again, Luke McCarthy's in the box for a high stick. The assistant captaincy for Muskegon. This will bounce into the right side, in behind the cage of Layes in the stand-up near the right post. Redmond tries to hold it in. This will be near the right side dot. Good back pass and across the blue line as the Sharks try to circumvent, keep the pressure going. Redmond, wrister. This one stop 5-hole. Sharks will keep it in down near the left side dot. Take this one in behind the cage of Lay. He's in the butterfly. Here's a wrister. There's a battle toward the net. Another stop by Lay. And off the back skate, this will go out of the zone. But the Sharks can start again with Jared Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer now tries to chase as Muskegon returns a full strike. Big hit by Pfeiffer and near the right side boards. As this will work the other way now for Muskegon. Off the backhand, we'll sit it in deep at the Sharks' end with Theo Goody. Can't get the pass out of the Sharks. It's turned over right in the middle of the circle. His backhand. This one goes up in the air off the stick of Schwanke. Now on the left side corner. Sharks will find it. Trevor Pode with his outstretched stick. I don't know if that hit anything. Muskegon wants an ice. I don't think they're going to get it. Now into the neutral zone. Here come the Voyagers. Ryan Gramber had 2 goals in the last game against Alpena, so he's dangerous. He'll be one to watch for. This will be flipped in across the red line. Spin. Muskegon loses it for a moment. Goody gets the steal. Cross pass is deflected. Wrister. And that one saved by life from Devon Fields. It was a good shot right in the slot. Papandrea started in his own end. 14:20 left to go in this first. I've loved the pace in this game so far. Again, we think there'd be a step up in action from last week. That is to be expected if you have the 2 best teams in the MIHL. It'll go all the way back to Layhill. Hold on. So Zach Grover from Christian Montgomery at 1837. That's your only goal of the game right now. Some odd man rushes have been the strength for Muskegon right now in this game. It's been played with pace. And again, you start to work your white and gold, get the sweat on, get back into fit shape here. It's going to push you as this early test in this second game of the season for the Sharks. Good work in behind the net now. Sharks takes a wrister right on this, deflects up and out of play. Polosha was trying to get a stick blade on it. Got a big smile on his face there from Joe Gibbs. That was a good combination play from the blue line. 14:04 left to go in this first. John Ender with you on the call alongside a full Goal Live Sportscast crew. We got multiple angles here for you. And I got the top view on the right side for me just in case I can keep all the sight lines in with the live broadcast. Joe DeFay can't clear it. And Papandrea will take a wrister. This will be stopped by Lay, but this is in behind the cage now. Battle for it right now off the backhand. And Muskegon, Jordan Truxton will try to get this one. And it'll be intercepted by Polosha. Came out of nowhere on the screen now. Nice step through. Able to get loose to the neutral zone now as Muskegon will work their way back on side. Good chance from the left side wing. Good stop by Schwanke as well. Kevin Beldich. And that combination there with Jordan Truxton as they give each other a high five on Muskegon's side. No doubt, it's a good chance near the right side dot. Face-off opportunity here for Jared Pfeiffer as this will be knocked away and near the left side dot. Back in behind the cage, good hit for the Sharks. Try to pie a puck loose a couple times. Back in behind the embankment now is Tyler Groth. Sharks hemmed in their own end for the moment. Again, it's been a little bit of that. Now they'll push the other way. Opportunity now near the right side wing. Sharp angle chance. And this goes off the boards. Here's a slap shot again. Near the left side red line. Sharks keep it in. Here's the bomb for Groth. Again, he's known for that. As this one goes wide. Spin and turn as the Sharks try to keep it in deep. Muskegon keep them off the outside. Use the glass beautifully. Now open near the right side wing. Here's a step through. This one goes wide off the wrister from Riley. Picked up now and near the right side boards, and we'll get a whistle, I think. Lost sight of the puck behind the mesh. 12:40 left in the first. Again, if you're just joining us, for the first game of the season. Spencer Bowman is the new captain. See number 71, Alex Gregorich, still wearing the A, but he's working with Berkeley Consolidated, so he cannot be here today. He's going to be missing some of these games. I know he wants to be in action with this one, as this will go wide into the right side post. Sharks try to find the entry now. In toward the right side dot. Here's a wrister that gets blocked. George Holt was the one that was leading the rush. Good stick through. Keeps it in the zone as Muskegon's got to go pick up some lumber. They're near the right side boards. Couple of chops there. Holt, nice play. And near the right side wall as the Sharks will have to send this back around for Max Campbell. He's the extra forward today, technically on the fourth line, although he only carry 3. This is off the long flip. Sharks keep it in, but off just barely. Michael Redman was trying to work his way in the middle of the slot. He's got the college mask on. Again, sometimes you don't see those full bars, but also kind of keeps you away from anything rattling the teeth, the bones, any concussions, things like that. If you got a dark visor, that usually means concussion. We don't have that today. In off the forehand now for Zach Grover. He's the one that wins it. And now Muskegon will try to take it out for Nick Fuller. Cross pass opportunity. Schwanke will fall on it with 11:49 left in the first. Again, this is Schwanke's first full start of the year, and if I'm being completely honest, this is probably his 4th or 5th over the last year and a half or so. He's been battling a multitude of injuries. It's good to see him back in the pipes, and that mask and everything else in the dark black looks clean. Sharks will take their time off the breakout. This gets interception, though, into the neutral zone. And now Muskegon, off the half spin, trying to keep this one alive. Will be knocked away from Fuller. And see if the Sharks can push the other way. Into the left side red line off the clear. Michael Redman try to get a stick on it. He'll put this one ahead for Polosha, but he's not going to be able to get to it first. As Joe DeFay will knock this one away now. And near the right side boards, opportunity now for Michael Redman. The spin behind the net, wraparound attempt. Took one of the Sharks right out, Michael Redman. And now near the right side dot. This is recollected off the backhand. Sharks now will take this one on the high slide. Here's a tip. This one goes wide near the right side of the dot. Here's a spinner out for DeFay. Sharks have it. Good work. Try to wrap again there for Redmond. That was the second time he tried to do that. He couldn't get anything on it, though. Redmond now. He's circling, trying to find an opening here. In the high slot, this goes off the left side wall. Sharks still trying to stick handle through a phone booth here. Here's a chance, stays in play. Into the right side, but it goes out now into the neutral zone. And the Sharks will have to start this one again. Papandrea, he's still with it. He works his way in behind the net. It seems like Muskegon's leaving that open right now. They're just covering the middle of the slot. Wrister deflected. This one stopped there for Lay. Now on the right side boards. Good puck possession for the Sharks. The best of their game so far. Cross pass. Redmond sharp angle chance. This one gets denied by Lay. Flipped, but not out. Sharks keep it in. Back pass now. Opportunity. And near the right side, dot off the long feet. Papandrea is the one that gave it. He'll get it back now. Take a wrister through the traffic. This one deflected and stopped by Lay again. Sharks have to be tiring out Muskegon here, as this will be a long sauce. This is in between the legs a couple times, and Redmond tries to find it. Now near the right side red line. Sharks unrelenting with the pressure right now. Polosha across the bumper. Back to him. Backhand stop by Lay. Holy cow, that was some good puck movement there for the Sharks. That was about a minute and a half on my count officially. I had that timer going off in the middle of my head. Good Gatorade break there for Lay, no doubt about it. Tell you what, when you have these extra cameras here on Lissa's TV screen, it definitely picks up some of the sightlines. Groth, what a save there for Lay with the left pad. As this one kept in by the Sharks, this one gets flipped high and over. 9:22 left to go in this first. John out here with you on the call alongside the Goal Line Sportscast crew. Thank you for joining us. I know you got plenty of options on the Muskegon side. You know, you got Sunny FM with Terry Ficcarelli, but my name's John Ott, and I thank you for joining us in the video feed. Glad to have you. This one picked up by Pfeiffer. And near the right side, long outstretch pass. Be careful here as Gramber He'll miss it wide. And on the left side, Muskegon tries to find it here. Luke McCarthy is back there out on the ice. And the Muskegon defense start again off the back skate. Haven't had a chance to touch the puck in a while. As the Sharks, McGrath gets dispossessed. Here's opportunity off the long chance. This gets partially deflected a couple times. It's going to be dangerous. Right in the breadbasket for Schwanke as McCarthy let it fly. That got bounced a couple times, and Schwanke was anticipating a save when there was an opportunity. So FYI, Laura Grigich's M1 Griffins is the official team name, Berkeley Royal Oak. Nice being able to listen to you. Thank you, Mama Shark. I appreciate that. Any text that I get off the live that will be read, I'll be more than happy to do so. Redmond try to find this now near the right side boards. Good work here for the Sharks. Try to skate and off the cross pass. Nick Ledrita going to pick this up down near the left side dot. Is it Spencer Bowman? This is turnaround attempt. This one right off a glove save for Lay. Devon Fields was right there. I'm getting used to the cameras that I'm looking at on both sides, so be patient with me just for about a couple minutes as I'm still getting used to the system. We're good here, though. I'm happy to do this. So I will follow along on anything else. Please give me some scoring updates on that end, too, if you can. This is off of a D-to-D one-timer. This one stopped by Lay. I don't think he knew where it was. It's still loose and then shot out by Bowman as the Sharks. Devon Fields trying to keep this on. He got stick checked, though. And now a big hit in near the right side as Muskegon now will take a flip. Shark steal. Opportunity now for Nick Redmond. Recollected now for Muskegon. Nice play for picture. He loves to skate with that puck. I would say an offensive defenseman for sure. Redmond now off the stretch. And now Polosha will go right through the middle of the zone. He'll stick drag everybody. Get this now near the right side red line. Off the back pass, that was a good feed there, but Muskegon found a way to intercept it in tight danger. Sharks keep it in again, but this will just get sticked away at the last moment. Theo Goody pressed against the wall. And now back on behind. Goody will start again. He'll spin and turn in his own end. You'd have to think these line changes need to be quick on both sides because the pace has been phenomenal. A one-knee play, and that should be a tripping. And near the right side boards, you would think. We'll see if we get one. If not, it was a great effort for the Sharks to just continue to roll these lines and press. I mean, this pace is ridiculous right now, to be honest with you, but I'm enjoying it. 7:07 we'll have to go on this first. So tripping penalty is the call, and Waterford gets their second power play of the game. Jared Pfeiffer gets set to take this draw, tries to go between his legs here, as this is now near the right side dot. And then you got Bowman with him on the power play line. Diving attempt, and this is going to be a trip against the Sharks. That's what you don't want to do in your own offensive zone. That's just a no-no there. That's going to be a 4-on-4 for essentially about a minute 51. And you can hear those angry bench doors, and I totally understand that one, as it's a 1-0 lead still for Muskegon. Again, if you've been lucky enough to join here in the Blue Rink at Lakeland Ice Arena, I thank you for that, because you've been treated to a great game so far. We knew it was going to be one. So Pfeiffer, Tristan Montgomery is the one in the box for Muskegon. We'll get the one that Zach's going to announce on the other side. Here's a rush the other off the wrister, scores! Trevor Pold! Four-on-four goal for Trevor. Sharks tied up on a 4-on-4, so I guess there's more room to work with on the ice. I know he's got the primary. So Sharks tied up.
Waterford goal scored by number 13, Trevor Poland. Assisted by number 17, Jared Pfeiffer, and number 5, Nick Papandreou.
So Pfeiffer and Papandreou get the assist at 6:47. Again, he was the MVP of the Gaylord Snell. Now the Pina 35ers, as this will be picked up. The right side, Sharks get away. I wouldn't say with the cross check, but they get some body contact. And the right side, this will be ice though. So pulled from Pfeiffer and Papandreou at 6:47, right in off the rush. Pairs 16s, Kieran Carlisle and Andrew Taylor in on the draw. Sharks will win it off the spin. They'll start in their own end. Here's a great skate through for the Sharks. Gibbs! He scores! Oh my goodness, what a play! The defensemen are at the play now. Again, you talk about it with Riley Picture as he skated his way all the way across in the end. Joe Gibbs, welcome back, good sir. 6:08. Gibbs right off the rush. Man, oh man, it's electric. 2 quick goals here for the Sharks on this 4-on-4. I wouldn't say Muskegon needs to answer just yet, but that's a big one.
Assisted by number 16, Kieran Carlisle. Time of that goal, 6:08 of the first
Kieran
period.
Carlisle gets the apple on the Gibbs goal, and the Sharks now have the lead. 5:45 left to go in this first. John Hunter with him, this electric pace. I'm going to be able to join along Groth, try to work his way. I'll send this back around. This is not kept in, but the Sharks will have possession here. Gonna reset now. Picked up a couple times as I'll make sure I get back into my notes. Devon Fields lost it for a moment. And off the backhand, good rush, stop and turn off the back skate. Muskegon look to start again. This has in the high slot. It's a good chance to shoot this. And they get set toward the backhand, so good pressure there for the Sharks. Deny a slot shot opportunity. As this will be settled back down for Devon Fields. He's in toward the center line side. Wrap toward the right side. I don't know if there's going to be a penalty right in front of the goal. One of the Sharks is taken down. Lay is as well. Nick Redmond was slow to get up, but he looks no worse for wear. As Joe DeWitt was also tangled up in front of the net for Muskegon. About 5 minutes left to go in this frantic first. It's a 2-1 lead for Waterford. Jared Pfeiffer against Andrew Taylor. And Taylor will win this one for Muskegon. Now for Riley Picture, the captaincy. Again, he's been able to take this one end to end. You think about a power play quarterback, he'd be one of those ones that would get in the zone, but he likes to lead the rush at defense. So you got to watch out for your forwards. Get open there, try to put too much pressure on him. That can create some opportunities. Spencer Bowman. He'll leave the drop for a ball for Groth. And this one stopped. On the right side, that was a beautiful setup there. Again, Groth loves to shoot those slappers. Again, everybody knows that on the scouting report. You have to, or you're going to pay. Back in behind the cage now for Waterford. Start this near the right wing off the breakout. Here's a race. Get through a couple hits is Theo Goody. Put this in behind the boards himself. Let's try to take this D-to-D now for Muskegon. Nick Fuller. Get it out of his own end. And this will be intercepted by Waterford beautifully. As Jared Pfeiffer, he'll take a wrister. This one goes high. He was going for the top right of the mesh. Good contact to the right side boards. Waterford's been very physical in this game. You're going to need some ice bags. This one's sent in now. Back in behind for Trevor Pote. Muskegon gets the steal. Good back check here for the Sharks. Kieran able to send this one ahead. This will be settled back down now for Gavin Cunningham. This will be picked off. And now Muskegon. Rock check, and there it is again. Michael Redmond gets the steal. Waterford has had the intensity in their own end, and that is what you need in a game like this. Joe Gibbs has the latest goal. This will take this one side to side. Waterford outstretch. That was a nice pass. Here's a chance, Polsha, and it'll be stopped by Lay. So Devon Lay has had a lot of vulcanized rubber headed toward his way. I'll be interested to know when it's in the period if Zach announces those shots on goal as he usually does what we have, because it's starting to multiply a little bit for Waterford. This is near the right side. Good skate through as Muskegon try to push this one ahead. Here for Riley. Off the spin. Be kept in near the right side boards. Connor Hilker will get this one back to Joe DeWitt. Sharks now get the steal. Maybe got some numbers here for a wrister. This one blocked by DeFay. Maybe stick to side as well. I don't think the Sharks kept it in. Papandrea, I think, just missed that by a quarter of a skate blade. Are we going to get any penalties here? High stick called. And I think we're going to get a Muskegon power play. That would be Michael Redmond in the box. .242 in the first stanza. John on here with on the call alongside the Go Live Sportscast crew. Glad you could join us here. Luke McCarthy going to get set to take the draw against George Holt. Off the spin now, Gibbs trying to keep this alive off the backhand. The Muskegon Voyagers will steal. It's a good opportunity for them to tie this game at the end of the first period. As this goes down to the left side, Christian Montgomery will take this one D to D over Luke McCarthy. Back to Montgomery now, off the left side wing and across out of the sight line here. As here emerges Zachary Grover off the left side bumper. We'll take a wrister, sharp angle chance, and Schwanke's got it. He held the left post well. You know it's old school when they're playing LL Cool J, but Mama Said Knock You Out's a good song. This is an opportunity now for Muskegon again, off the tie-up. This is near the left side dot. Grover will send this across now for Riley. We'll take a wrister deflected. Good stop there for Schwanke. Lots of traffic out in front of the net right now. That's what you normally want to do on the power play. Just obscure that vision. .156 left in the first frame. Right side offensive zone draw. And the Sharks will win it. Try to just kill some time. Here's an outstretched pass. It's a break. Backhand. And this one gets shot wide. Devon Fields almost had his first as a Shark, and that was a short-handed break. Kept into the right side. Fields, he tried to cross it right out in front. And now Groth will try to pick this one up. Now into the left side boards. Good body contact there. Muskegon able to get it for a moment as this one's sent back in deep behind the zebra. Started again now for Riley. Got about 35 seconds left to go and Muskegon's second man advantage. Both teams have had two. No power play goals just yet. Nice play. Sharks try to get something off the rush. Polsha scores! Nice stick work there for the Sharks to get something off the rush. And a 6 set of hands. If you're keeping count at home, that's his 7th goal in 2 games. He had a double hat last week against Waterford. Number 61's on fire. .105 left in this first.
Short-handed goal scored by number 61, Andrew Beluga. Assisted by number 6, Theo Goody, and number 9, Nick Redmond. Time of the goal, 105.
Goody and Redmond get the primary and secondary assists, 105, short-handed. Sharks got a 3-1 lead now. This is an opportunity under the left side dot. Shot through the traffic. And this one is deflected. Muskegon trying to keep this one near the wall. Here's a turn. Now on the left side, dot Schwank in the butterfly into that left post. Here's a wrister. That one goes wide. Gavin Cunningham trying to get a deflection. Good stick in the lane for the Sharks again. They have an opportunity one more time off the rush. See what they can do with it. Backhand. And this one, I think it's finished again for the Sharks. End-to-end action, getting the steals, knocking it out of the zone. That's a huge goal for the Sharks as we're getting close to ending this period. 16 seconds left. Man, oh man. And Muskegon started this one with such fire, and Waterford's come out and punched them right in the head. And they got to keep this one going, that's for sure.
For the Waterford Sharks goal of scored by number 19, Michael Redmond. Assisted by number 61, Andrew Kaluga. Time of the goal, 15 seconds remaining in the first period.
So it is Michael Redmond for Pulsha, and it's 4-1 Sharks. And forgive me for the boys if you hear this on the broadcast and repeat if I'm just a tad surprised, because we know that the talent is there, and the Sharks said this going in, they want to have that repeat. Spencer Bowman says they know what the job is the new captaincy. I get all that, and he's correct. They have the talent, and Nick's done a great job. But this game was circled on the calendar. It was a good start for Muskegon, and boy, oh boy, Waterford, you get a couple chances on man rush, you make them pay, they finish it off 4-1 after one. I hope you join us for the second period. We'll talk soon. What's going on, everybody? We're back. John Utter with you from the Go Live Sportscast. Michael Schwanke back out there against Devon Lay. And if you missed this first period, you missed a lot. It was actually a really good start for Muskegon right off the jump at 18:37 from Zachary Grover in the mix for Christian Montgomery. And after that, from the 6:47 mark and the rest of the period, it was all Sharks. Trevor Pode, Joseph Gibbs, Andrew Pulsha, and Michael Redmond all score goals. 6:47, 6:08, 1:05, and 16 seconds left to go. And that's in the first period. So a lot of goals there for you, and we're going to have more coming. Get set for the puck drop here. And now it'll be a rush as we will change ends in this second period. And we'll see what else will change as Ryan Gramber sends us back around the end boards. The Sharks will force a steal. This will be just kept out across from the blue line, away from Nick Redmond. And off of the blue line side, this will be stick chopped a couple times. And now Muskegon will have to start on their own end with Riley Picture. Again, unfamiliar territory for Muskegon. Not in the playoffs last year against the Sharks, but throughout the regular season, they're the ones usually on this side of the scoreline. Again, I put the message up from Facebook and from our cast, and the live side said this game is far from over. Still got this 40 minutes to go here, but we're going to need to see a push, and we know that Muskegon can do it. This is now near the right side dot. Picture. Take this cross pass. Schwanke stops it. It's loose. I think this one goes off the outside of the post as well. Shouldn't have had to make a second save there, but he did nonetheless. That was some good work as Bowman tried to force a steal. Now on the left side, whole circle off the spin and turn. Sharks now have it on the left side boards. This is loose, and here's a sharp angle chance. It gets deflected. Now on the right side boards, Sharks, couple sticks. They will pry the puck loose for a moment as Muskegon overskates it. And now the Sharks, good work into the neutral zone. Send it in. Here's an opportunity off the backhand. What a sweet move. And that one was knocked away. George Holt with a set of hands. Chance to see the new Shark for the first time. This is sticked right side. Here's Holt using the body. And his pass just couldn't get enough gasoline on it. This is now for Muskegon. We'll use the boards and send this one down the ice. Papandrea, back skate. Muskegon will have it. Fired around the right side boards. Vulcanized rubber's loose for a moment. It's popped up in the air, and we'll get a whistle with 17:51 left to go in the second. that the refs are saying that this puck is going to be outside of the neutral zone, at least not an offensive end for Muskegon. Holt is going to win this draw. He does so beautifully. He wins it straight back. He's going to allow his defense some room to work here. He's got Gibbs and Papandrea. Papandrea now. Skate through himself in between three Voyagers. We'll leave this one off near the right side wall. Here's a cross pass, but it'll be deflected. And now a race for the puck. We'll see who'll get to it. Holt now off his back skate. Again, he's showing a lot of speed right now. Start his first game. It's really been enjoyable to watch as this one just knocked away from Devon Fields. The left side kept in across the wall. Fields is lurking as this is deflected, blocked, picked up now by Muskegon, just trying to find something in their own end. Have to spin and turn just to find some space as the Sharks finish another hit. This is Papandrea, back skate. His sauce feed gets deflected, and the Sharks will have to go back into the neutral zone. This will be in across the wall, across the Lakeland logo. Find an entry now, Groth. He wants to take a wrister. He gets knocked down. He does use a long reach to keep the puck alive for a moment, as this will be shifted down the ice. They're going to say no. Papandrea was toward the end of the rush there. Oh, big hit near the right side boards. It's a clean out right in front of the Zebras. That's not called as we still continue the action. And a void of a sandwich there. Almost turned into a Klondike bar near the right side boards. This will be picked up now for Groth and left for Papandrea. Off the outstretch. Muskegon will intercept at the neutral. Let's send this one in. Sharks have it near the right side. Dot will start on their own end as we get some cross-checking. I think some guys want to go here on the right side boards, but it's not happening. As it was Joe DeWitt trying to get something going on. Here's the action the other way. Stopped by Lay with the right pad. Muskegon will use the long flip. And this will be recollected across the neutral zone by Goody. He's got it. Still dancing off the left side red line. He'll spin. Send this back around the right side boards. Good stick release there for the Sharks. Maybe half hit as well. Spin. Nice work there, Redmond. We'll get this one across. And off the backhand now, Kieran Carlisle will take this one off the outside. This one gets bounced. Try to let this go from the point at Goody. And we will get a whistle. 15-16. What I like right now, what the Sharks are doing with the lead, is they're playing with the puck, and they're keeping it at their pace. They're not allowing Muskegon to do much of anything right now. That is a good way to play with the lead. Again, they're still picking their spots to attack, but they're keeping the vulcanized rubber in their possession, and that's the most important part of it right now. Because I think Muskegon can strike at any moment, but so can Waterford. They know that now. Definitely Muskegon does. As this is off the spin and turn. Max Campbell now trying to find it centered out in front a couple times. That one goes behind the mesh. Still dangerous though. Waterford can't keep this in across the blue line. Goody's got some reinforcement there with Redmond off the back check near the left side face-off dot. Now in behind the cage now. Sharks near the right dot. Might get dispossessed of the puck here. It'll be a race for it as Muskegon into the neutral zone. Loses it off a couple stick blades. Here's an opportunity off the backhand. Pode will put it toward the net. We'll get an offensive zone draw. Smart play there. 14:32 left to go in the second. So right now the second period has maintained the status quo, meaning the Sharks have the 4-1 lead and they're playing with the lead. Again, they're not trying to do too much right now. Muskegon's not trying to do too much, but Waterford's not letting them get in the offensive zone. That's how you want to play. Devon Fields now trying to go ahead and race for this puck across the right side. Here's a chance, sharp angle. This one's stopped by the right pad of Lay. And now Muskegon trying to do some work the other way. Kevin Beldich will take a wrister, knock the stick right out of Groth's hand. Schwanke still made the save on the other end. And now the Sharks let some numbers off the rush, have to spin and turn and recollect as have to dodge a hit there. Was one of the Sharks. This will be sent back on for Brian Danielson. He's the one that got out of the way. And are we going to get any sort of high sticking, anything else? No, just one of the Muskegon Voyagers got flattened. This goes on near the right side. Back in behind the cage. Muskegon will take this near the right side point. Here's a wrister. This one blocked up in the air. Kept up now for Danielson. And he'll get it the other way now. Race right off the gut. Here's Groth with a bomb. And this one goes wide. I don't mind him releasing those thunderclaps. Now he finishes his hit as well. So that's what the coach wants to see. I'm sure Dirk is pretty happy with that. This will go back now for Joe Gibbs. His outstretched pass. Nice move there for the Sharks. Here's Papandrea. Try to set this one up near the left side wing. As Kieran Carlisle works behind that turnaround chance. Now Papandrea off the left bumper is set toward Lay. It's stopped. It's very loose though. This is now with the Sharks again. Try to see if they can get a shot on quickly. This one stopped. Sharks just keep it in though. Near the left side dot. Here's another chance for Papandrea from the bumper. And this is stolen by the Sharks. Here's a cross pass. Papandrea. He's doing a good job on that left side wing as this one's kept in by Gibbs. Circle back around the left side boards. And now Muskegon, again, they've been stuck in their own end. I've had to use that refrain. We're just not used to seeing that in the regular season. Last year, they were 21-3 in their 24 games. This is with Muskegon. Here's a shot toward the traffic. Schwanke can't hold. Now Muskegon will pick this one back up with Christian Montgomery. Into the right side boards. Sharks swallow it up. Beautiful pass. Redmond ahead. Scores! A feed from 150 feet, and the Sharks score a nasty breakaway. The offense is an explosion here for the Sharks, and you know they love it. 12-10 left to go in the second. So Michael Redmond, back-to-back goals, 16 seconds in the first, 12-10 in the second. We'll see what the assists are in the moment. Here's a chance now, and behind the net, Goody. This will be stick dangerously. This will blocked out in front of the net. Kieran Carlisle is going to get the assist. Action's underway now. Sharks will get this one smartly out of their own end. Good pass across now. As Jared Pfeiffer gets the intercept, they'll play it back to his defense. Things are starting to get a little physical and near that neutral zone from Muskegon. Going to have to find an answer here. Connor Hilker is off the race, number 2. As this one now near the right side boards. Good flip and across the glass, trying to find Pfeiffer. Sharks will steal. Here's a cross, looking for Pfeiffer opening the back door, but it doesn't get there. And now Luke McCarthy will chip this one in. He gets flattened into the right side. I think there's going to be a penalty here. There might be some fisticuffs at some point. If we just get an offside, that's a way to go. I know that Spencer Bowman had some words. We get an interference call. Luke McCarthy paid the price to get some ice there. And we've seen a lot of heavy hits in this game. I'm thankful alongside the crew to have all these camera shots and this TV to follow it along, because I feel like that's also up to a little bit of the broadcasting calls. I know sometimes I get a little bit excited, but I want to get all the live ones too and give the shout-outs when I can. We're just waiting to see a Muskegon push if there's going to be one. So the captaincy for Waterford's in the box, and Spencer Bowman for interference on Luke McCarthy, the assistant captaincy. And now third power play opportunity for Muskegon. Dare I say, they must score here as Riley Picture spin and turn. He'll try to leave it, but this goes right to the Sharks. This is going to be an easy clear length of the ice. 10:40 left to go. Sharks will steal. And Nuggets going to kill some more time here as Devon Fields is playing with this puck for a moment. Riley Picture had enough of that. He's going to try to start this one again. So that killed some needless time. As this is near the right side, Zach Grover absorbs a hit. Good strength. Able to stay with it now, shot on, and this one's stopped by Schwanke. 10:18 left to go in the second. We're almost halfway through this contest, and again, apologies to the boys in the repeat. I can't believe I'm saying this, but it's 5-1. Again, after the couple, the ones in Lakeshore and then in Lakeland. This will be the 4th straight victory if Waterford can get it over Muskegon. That's counting playoffs and on the first meeting of the regular season. Here's a chance. Try to get cleared, but this is good connection in near the right side red line. Sharks off the second effort will send this one down the ice. Riley Picture start this one again, officially halfway left to go. Picture's being hounded, but he's the one that wants to skate that in the zone. He'll do so. This will fall to Schwank. He took it end-to-end himself. He will get a draw. 38 seconds left to go in the third man advantage of the game for Muskegon. John Utter with you on the call from the Goal Live Sportscast crew. Only one goal in the second period to tell you about. It was Michael Redmond in off the break at 12-10, but it's 5-1. Face-off win for Muskegon. Try to keep this one alive now. Sam Benner will get this one to D. This will be deflected. Benner now tries to chip and chase and finish a hit just to get puck possession back. Second effort now. Muskegon's going to steal. Send this one back in behind the net. Try to set up here on the power play, and their time is getting set to expire, but the pass doesn't go to anybody except for the Sharks. George Holt gets the steal. He'll fire it down to Von Lay. Try to pick this up now. Thunderous contact on the left side boards. We've had a lot of that. So the captain seeing Spencer Bowman back on the ice as Muskegon will take it the other way. Here's a long shot from Kevin Belvich, and this one will be stopped by Schwanke. Now on toward the right side dot. Redmond tried to steal for a moment. Gavin Cunningham let it go, but it got funneled in the middle of the traffic. Sharks now. Papandrea, little stick handle. Off the backhand, he'll take a sharp angle chance. This one bounces in off the boards as the Sharks will find it. This will be kept in for Jared Pfeiffer. Back in behind the wall now. Sharks still circling. Take a D to D. Here's a wrister from Goody. Gets deflected. Jared Pfeiffer tried to find it now near the right side boards. Muskegon. And across the wall, they give it right to Pfeiffer for a moment. Still battling for the puck right now. Spencer Bowman helped get the steal with Redmond, and his pass gets deflected. Sharks have it cross. This hit the outside of the bar. My goodness. As Trevor Pode had an opportunity. This will go back to Trevor. He'll flip. Nice work to get through the traffic. He's still with it. And this now will finally be picked up by Muskegon, who just mercifully will send this one back down the other way. Luke McCarthy has no reinforcements, but he's still trying to do his best to keep the puck alive. This is now behind the net for Muskegon. Waterford will intercept with Kieran Carlisle. Smartly to play this one back and behind the net for Nick Redmond. Nick will send this one near the right side. Opportunity sent in by Goody. Here is Picture. He'll leave it back around the net, but you got to be careful. Sharks forecheck has been very good throughout this game. Here emerges the Sharks now near the left side. Here's a chance. This goes wide and across the wall. Now for Michael Redmond. Toward the net, Lay makes the save. Wraparound opportunity and a goal. It's Palusha.
Keep an eye out for John Prince as he goes around with the 50-50 raffle ticket. Get yours now. Winner will be drawn at the beginning of the third period. I repeat, the winner of the 50-50.
I think I saw number 61 in my sight line. I think he's got another goal here. He has had a tremendous start to the year. We'll get it officially in a moment, and I'll announce it to you. 6-1 Sharks. So Redmond's going to get it. My apologies, Michael. You got a natural hat trick. This one left. Now Palusha trying to pick this one up. So natural hat trick for Michael Redmond in his first game back into the lineup. It is 6-1 Sharks. Now in off the backhand, this will be Groff. Outstretched feed. This one intercepted by Picture. Doesn't finish the hit. Groth this time at least. He's already thrown a couple. He's already launched a couple bombs as well. Now into the right side dot. Here's Redmond looking for another. And this will fall to lay. He'll hold on. 6:13 left in the second. So first couple games for Waterford right now, if you are keeping score at home, the differential for Waterford throughout 2 games, and we're not even done through the second game here, is 20-2. So if there is any sort of ties here in the standings or anything else after the 24-game season is done, differential is one of those tiebreakers. So you have that working for you as well. Sharks with Joe Gibbs will send this one in. Just a fantastic start to the year for Waterford. Again, I'll be interested to see when Alpena comes to town, what it will look like as well. But this was the early test now for Waterford, and they're passing it. Again, we still got a little bit of the game left to go, but they've looked good as this is now toward the left side dot. Set around now for Fields. Now to the right side, Fields will be working his way to the net. This goes off the outside of the post. This will stay with the Sharks. Continue to circle. Redmond will fire, and this one will be knocked away by Lay. Settle back around for George Holt. As this will be Papandrea. He'll lose it. And now Muskegon try to push the other way with Joe DeWitt. Send this one back down. Schwanke will stop. It's in between his legs, and he'll leave it for Gibbs. 5 minutes left to go in the second. Long outstretched feed. Who will be the first to get to it here? Brian Danielson. Danielson gets knocked down. The stick's being held a little bit on that side, but I think where the scoreline is, we're just going to keep on moving. Muskegon try to watch as Schwanke will play this off the pass. This works nicely in off the boards. This might be a semi-breakout if they can hold this across the wall. Sharks will finish a hit there with Nick Redmond. Send it back down for an icing against Muskegon.
You had a shot correction. Sharks last goal scored by number 61, Andrew Kaluza, and assisted by number 19, Michael Redmond.
Okay, so I did have it correct. I want to make sure Zach was throwing it out there. It was Polosha from Redmond. That's what I had the first time. Make sure I get that right for the notes for Hopeful Sports Guy. Alongside, put the broadcast in from Waterford and Muskegon. And I appreciate them giving me a follow on Facebook because, again, we want to have the video feeds and try to get everything across for all 4. Here's a wrister. This one sticked away from Pode at the last moment. As this will be settled back down by Montgomery. Picked up now for the Sharks. Pode. Nice stick drag. This will work his way to the forehand into the left side dot. Pode now, couple of chops. Is this one toward the blue line? Not sure where it is. Again, the refs can blow this one dead if they seem if it doesn't move. Pode's got it into the neutral. Nice play. Across the right side boards, be able to keep puck possession and keep it moving. Off the spin and turn, Redmond with a backhanded look. He'll get it back. He'll take a wrister really quick. And this one will bounce off a Lay. Deflected. Here's a wrist shot. This one, I think, is underneath Lay. That was Max Campbell. Had an opportunity right in the slot to turn around, and Lay was able to find it. That was a good save there. 3:33. Threes are wild here in the second period. 6-1 is the lead for Waterford. This is a defensive zone draw win for Muskegon. They need that. They need to get a goal here in this second period. This is now an opportunity for Zach Grover. Good hit there from Muskegon and across the wall, but Waterford does escape. Michael Redmond try to push it the other way. There's Groth off the circle. This is still in behind the end boards now. It's going to see who picks this one up as one of the Sharks slow to get to their feet, and now dispossessed right in front of the net and intentionally used off the wall. This will bounce off Lucia's stick and off the clear. Now Groth will fire it back in from 100. 2:45 left to go in the second. John here with you alongside the Go Live Sportscast. It's been all Sharks. This is intercepted. Groth, stick chop ahead, try to find Michael Redmond there, but this will be knocked away. Diving attempt. Muskegon just desperate to try to find something in the neutral zone. They have not had an answer. Here is Groth. I think offside's going to be the call. 2:26. I missed that on my sight line, but I believe that's what we're going to get. The more and more this game presses on, I have to say it this way. It's not trying to be mean or hyperbolic or anything else. I don't feel like the comeback is going to present itself because the Sharks have been locking things down. They've played smart. They've played with the puck. They've stopped the angles. They've played good defense. It's been a complete game, and this is the test. Again, you have the 4-team league now, so you're going to meet these guys 6 more times. So it's just the first of many in an affair, but still, it is an eye-opener. So you have to say it that way. Now sent back around the end boards for DeFay. Be sending across the left wing. Gibbs the first to it. He gets away from a hit. And now the Sharks toward the blue line side will send it in. Schwanke will stop it. This is toward the left side red line now, but the Sharks are right there again in their own end to clean up the mess. Here's an opportunity. Papandrea. He's got speed. He'll spin by himself and near the left side dot. Papandrea now, still with it, on his backhand. He'll leave it to the right side dot. Cross pass feed just goes across the wall. Gibbs will settle it back down. Gibbs now send this one D to D. Sharks have this one out high. Here is Gibbs. He thought about it. The lane was closed. And his pass just gets across the blue line. As you heard him say, come on, a little bit on that one. They can have some laughs when the score line is where it is. Picked up now off the backhand as they just get away now from Connor Hilker. Here is Luke McCarthy off the steal. See what he wants to do here. That cross pass was beautifully played by Gibbs. That was a 2-on-1. He took it away. Opportunity now for the Sharks. Try to send this one now for Bryant Danielson. And they'll be the first to it here. Schwanke will stop it. Again, we're into our final minute of the second. It's turned over toward the right side, and Schwanke's going to bail his team out. That would have been the only mistake the Sharks have made in that second period. And it was right at the end of it. Schwanke makes a big save off the cross pass. It was just a theft right behind the net. So it's one of the opportunities. You can't play perfect, but that's why you got a goalie back there. And that was a big save. I know the scoreline is where it is at 6-1, but you give away a goal there and make it 4, you never know, because these games can get wide open like that first period was. McCarthy, this is knocked away from him. It'll be kept in the zone, however, as they'll use it across the wall. Long flip, send it in. No ice, that's what they want, but that's going to be ice anyway. Sharks will get an offensive zone draw. 14 seconds left to go in the second. See if a chance if we give one more here as Muskegon tries to win the puck, but they can't. This is now for Jared Pfeiffer toward the right side boards. It emerges for a moment. He's going to have to try to make something happen quick. That's going to do it. Sharks score 2 more times. As Redmond scored in 16 seconds in the first, he's got the only 2 in the second. It's a natural hat trick. 3 in a row. 6-1 after 2. It's all Sharks. What kind of response are we going to get in the final 20? Find out in a moment. Come right back. Two more. It's 6-1 Sharks right after 2. We're getting settled for the third. And that pass at the 12:10 mark, again, you'll see that in the broadcast when I post everything all Opal Sports Guy at the end of it, probably about tomorrow or so. That pass from Kieran Carlisle is from 150 feet, which sprung Redmond on a break. It was a beautiful finish. Nothing Devin Lay could do. Again, I'm looking on the other side just to see if there is any changes. I don't think we're going to see that there, so Devin Lay still going to finish this one out. Schwanke is still going to finish this one on the other side. Again, Muskegon in a 5-goal deficit here. It's not something that we normally would think about. Again, as I mentioned, 21-3 in the regular season. They finished 2-3 in the playoffs as they swept Kalkaska, moved to the APHL. But the Sharks now, I believe this would be 4 in a row if they ended up getting this one, essentially stretching in from the playoffs. So there is a lot to think about. Again, there'll be 5 more meetings. The Sharks, after this game, will be on the road for 5. They will have 2 with Alpena and then 2 with Muskegon on back-to-back weekends. They'll be off. They'll get 1 more road game, and then they'll come back and play the Detroit Warhawks in the first week of December. So let's get underway for this third. We'll see if there's going to be unrelenting pressure at this point for Muskegon. They've got nothing to lose, and they might as well go full bore here in this third period. As this is stick chopped away, Muskegon will try to rush. And now this will be to the left side wall as they'll start again. In off the back skate, pass gets picked up. And now the Sharks will try to take this left to right for the rest of this third period. Again, they are in the home black, orange, and white striping. Muskegon on the road whites with the green teal on the top and black pants. Here's a chance off the rush. Good save for Schwanke with the right pad as this gets brushed into the corner. McCarthy will try to put this one back right to left for Muskegon, as will be intercepted into the neutral zone for the Sharks. Polosha, sauce pass. It was a pretty good design there towards the right side post. The players will come together and across the wall. Kept in high slot. Sharks overskate for a moment. Papandrea picks it back up. Still trying to survey. Sit up here for a wrister. This one gets shot wide for Jared Pfeiffer, who's been all over. There's a battle toward the net. This will fall on it for Devin Lee. Will hold on. 18:31 left in the third. So about 7:55 Eastern Time. Glad you could join us here. Drawn up with you alongside the Go Live Sportscast crew. Again, Terry Ficcarelli's got the radio call per usual for Muskegon. I know he's somewhere in the building as well, but we appreciate you following along the video feed with us as I do the best I can to be neutral for both sides. Again, although I am a businessman for the Sharks. As this is picked up in behind the backhand. Joe DeFay will watch. In between the legs now. Good stick for the Sharks. Get the steal. Papandrea fires it right on. And this one will go in away from the zebra, or the left side boards. And Muskegon will send this one down. Sharks will steal. Started again now with Spencer Bowman. Will fire this one in. There's a straight line drive. This will be bounced in off the boards. Tried to shoot a slap shot right off the embankment. Did Waterford. Off an outstretch. That's a pretty good design. Off the left side red line. And we'll get a whistle, though, with 17:46. So, again, about, let's say, 24 hours from now at Hopeless Sports Guy. That's just the blog. I have all this stuff up, whether it's hockey or World Series, anything I'll do is just covered alongside Alec Nava. I'll have the Waterford Sharks stuff uploaded. And for Nick Parrott alongside the broadcast, anything else that's given to me, I'll relay across. If Muskegon wants to send me anything as well, I will definitely post that in the article that will be put up there on the blog tomorrow. There'll be a lot to say now with a 6-1 lead for Waterford. We'll see if they'll be able to hold it off the left side red line. All systems point to that right now because their defensive intensity has been excellent. Yes, the offense has been there, but what's really surprised me is the amount that they've been able to limit Muskegon in these offensive chances. It's not to say that Waterford isn't a good team because we've seen them win the championship and lift the banner last week. But Muskegon is a team that can definitely bring the pain. We've just not been able to right now. A couple of stops there for Schwanke. A couple times with the right pad. Outstretched feet off the spin and turn is Riley Picture. Picture eludes a hit. Nice move. Pitcher's still with it now. Long wrister. This one gets stopped by Schwanke. This goes in the left side red line. Picture spin and turn. Leave now for the Sharks. Dispossessed for a moment. It's loose in the slot, but the Sharks are right there. Make the pass across. Here's a chance now off the rush. Here's a wrister. This one goes just wide of way. It was in butterfly near the left post. Muskegon get this one across center ice and toward the right wing and fire it in as Ryan Gramber. Toward the right side boards now, Muskegon trying to find it. They just got to get some shots on goal here, try to get some pressure, but Waterford's denying them of everything. I don't know if they had a stick hold. Somebody lost their stick on the right side of the post of Schwanke. Waterford still trying to find a way out of their own end. Spin and turn was dangerous, but the Sharks were right there to clear it up near the left side dot. Here's a outstretched pass for Groth. Take a couple of sticks at it, as this will be sent in for Devin Fields, who will give a chase. And now Muskegon try to go the other way with Galber. We'll send it in. Picked up toward the right side of the wall. Sharks. Now left side red line. Redmond loses it for a moment. Again, he's already got a few more goals there alongside his brother. This will be picked up toward the left side. Keeping the wrister alive, and this one is blocked and across the wall. Spin now for Waterford as it's a very contested puck near the left side dot. It comes loose. And this one blocked nicely by Muskegon, but it's kept in. Send it in as Max Campbell. This will go toward Muskegon across the left side bumper. Couple active sticks there for Waterford. Try to dispossess. Here's a slide opportunity pass, and it rings the post. 14:54 left in the third. The Sharks were maybe a quarter of an inch there from a 7-1 lead. I don't know if that was Redmond that might have rang the bar. He was looking for his fourth, if that was. My phone's been a buzz here. Let me see if we got any other updates. Terry's in the corner at the end of the visitor bleachers, says Laura. Again, so that's where he is doing the broadcast there for Sunny FM. My name's John. I'm here with you on the TV side. And it's helpful to see these two teams go to battle one more time. We'll be doing it 5 more times this season. This is the first meeting. In toward the backhand, as this is wide of lay. And into the neutral zone. Here is Nick Redmond. Nick Redmond off the outstretch. When we get another stoppage off the check because I still got a few more texts. Raleigh picture. We'll send this one back in behind the cage of Schwanke. Backhand now. It's contested near the left side blue line. See if the Sharks can get out of this. There's sticks in the lane all over the place right now. As this will be sent back down the ice. Some loose lumber in near the benches. As Muskegon. This will be near the left side dot. Waterford will see if they'll press the other way. Here is Redmond. He's a centering feed, but this one will go wide. We'll leave it now here for his brother Michael as Nick just had it across. Voyagers try to escape out of their own end. Try to take it right to left. I know I've had to say that. Here is pitcher following off of that slap shot from Jeremy Joyce. Intercepted now by the Sharks. Here's Michael Redmond. It's already got a natural. This one sticked away nicely. We'll see if Spencer Bowman gets to there first. Good battle there. Good hustle off the backhand to get there. So we'll settle it down with 13-10 thereabouts left to go in the third. Sharks use the wall into the neutral zone. Muskegon still delayed offsides, so they're just trying to getting away from getting discombobulated. Here is Christian Montgomery. His feed lost across the left side walls. The Sharks will fire it in. Michael Redmond now. And across that blind spot. He'll leave it for his defense. Good battle there for Gibbs. Try to pry it loose. Here's Gibbs now. This will be just sticked away there as we get a big hit for Gibbs as he finished his shift. Now on toward the right side. This will be Goody. Pass from 100. This is going to be a break. Wrister stopped. That was a great save there. Pode was on his lonesome. It's still loose though. Sharks now have it in the high slot. Take it D to D. Now the left side red line and behind the cage lays down. As this is center of the net again, and this is a blocker save there for Lay. Right side dot. Sharks send it toward the net again, but this goes off the bumper. Now to the left side. Good finish of a hit there. Trevor Pode absorbs some contract, but he stays on his feet. And behind the net now. Here is Bowman in mix with Christian Montgomery. Sam Benner there, as well as this puck finally goes free, and one of the Muskegon Voyagers is down. I don't know if they caught an errant stick. Slow to get to their feet now as Picture. You see that from the captaincy. He's struggling now, as this one will find the offensive zone. He's circling now in the middle here as the Sharks unrelenting. Bowman tries to find it through a crowd. He lost his lumber. Bowman wants to go. They're still letting it go. We got a fight going on. And Spencer Bowman with an absolute vicious uppercut. He gets a couple more, takes him down again. The play was still going while the fight was going on, but thankfully I didn't miss it on that side. Bowman with a couple of bombs. Absolutely drops Hilker. So we'll tell you like this. Number 2, Connor Hilker is wearing the same jersey number as Cole Helgamo, who does not draw in the lineup today. And I will say that Spencer Bowman did his best Cole Helgamo impression. Fight at 11:02. Well, mark that in my notes because that's a good one for Bowman. That was a couple uppercut bombs, and Hilker stood no chance on that one. That was going on right where we had maybe about 6 seconds to play the other way. So as we get some house cleaning. So, no, John Stonehouse is not there tonight, Laura, on this side. It's still just me, but we got a full crew here for Go Live. If he's listening, I hope he's doing well. And then the other question I have for me is how many other teams besides Waterford and Muskegon? It's a 4-team league now because Kalkaska had moved to the APHL and the Blue Water Stars had folded for the season. So we still have a full 24-game schedule. That has not changed. It's just going to feel like Original 6 NHL because these teams will meet 6 times. And let me be completely transparent. Again, the Sharks won the title last year, and again, doing the broadcast on the home side for them. I know that they will tell you, the same thing on the Muskegon side, that Muskegon is still the tenor that you want to beat. Now, Waterford was able to do that last year. Muskegon won the last 3 times. So to see a scoreline like this is a little bit of a shocker. So for those that continue to follow along Muskegon, you would expect them to right the ship a little bit, as they already have a 2-0 start to their season with wins over the Warhawks and Alpena. But 5 more meetings, we'll see how the lineups shake up and who plays where and who does what. Slap shot, sacrificial block. That was a really good sacrificial one there for Muskegon. And regardless of the score line there, you take that and you're going to get some stick taps because that certainly hurt. George Holt unleashed a bomb and near the right side blue line, absolutely ate up one of the Voyagers, and there was a bunch of stick taps on that side of the bench, as there should be. Holt now will take this draw, try to see if he can race and win it himself, as this goes down near the left side blue line. Spin and turn for Muskegon, as this will be set in about 120 feet. Muskegon now gets this in the offensive zone. We're almost halfway through this third. It's been flying by. I've been waiting for this broadcast, and I promise I'm not hopped up on caffeine. As this is Groth, this will be knocked away near the boards, and we will get a whistle. About 10:05 left to go in this game. No goals yet in this third, but the fight between Hilker for Muskegon and Spencer Bowman, that was one that you want to go ahead and watch. Again, that's at the 11:02 mark when we get the replay, probably, let's say, 6-7 hours after puck drop. Again, I'll have everything done on the blog tomorrow. This will be stick chop by Goody. Couple times it'll bounce now. Muskegon will get this one across the left side red line. Fired in around the boards is Jordan Truxton, the assistant captaincy for Muskegon. Now off the left side boards. Here is Michael Redmond, the latest to score the natural hat trick at the 7:06 mark of the second. So the Sharks, again, keeping score within the first couple of games for them. 2 hat tricks by the same player in Polsha for the first game, 4 in the first 2 games. There's been no shortage of offense, no shortage of defense. Everything that the Sharks have wanted to do in the first couple of games in the season they have been able to do. And this is the one that's been the eye-opener because this was the test to start the year. And behind the cage now, the Sharks will start with the puck. Outstretched pass from 100. This gets intercepted by Raleigh pitcher. He'll flip it in. And now the Sharks, Theo Goody, have puck possession. Nice backhanded move a couple times. This will be dispossessed and picked back up now by the Sharks. See if they can do anything with Polsha off the spin and turn. Got knocked away for a moment with the diving bodies. Redmond lets it go from the point. This one stopped by Lake. And now on toward the right side boards. Here are the Sharks again. Michael Redmond. Off his backhand. He will send this one across the circle. Sharks now play with the vulcanized rubber. Send it toward the net from the right side point. This one will be blocked. Sharks now off the forecheck to the left side wall. They can't keep it in. And here's Nick Redmond. Again, you can always see that with the left side of the pants, the left side of the shorts, a little red on there. That's how you can tell the Redmond boys. It makes it pretty easy. You don't even need the numbers, 19 and 9. This will not be iced. 7:50 left to go in this third. If my tenor has drawn down a little bit, I think I've been able to relax a little bit because that's where the score line is. Truxton find the entry here. Cross pass, that was a good design, but it was just knocked away from Andrew Taylor. They're looking for an open back door near the right post. Sharks racing left wing. Here's a sauce. Backhand Pode. That was a good stop for Lay. That's his second breakaway of the game. Here's Michael now. Nice back pass. Carlisle tried to set it up. Here's a wrister. This one I think is going to go in. Lay was down and out. He had nowhere to go. And that was just a Houdini act for the Sharks. 7:13 left in the third. And they keep adding to it. I want to see who gets this. This could be Redmond's fourth. Return to live action, and we'll get the announcement there in a moment, but I think that does belong to Redmond. I know Grego's going to get back on the announcement side, and we'll get that call when we get it. Left side red line here. The Sharks off the rush. 5-hole chance. Stopped by Lay.
Waterford on goal. His third of the game. Number 19, Michael Redmond. Assisted by number 30.
So Redmond's got 4. And then Pode and Pfeiffer get the primary and secondary assists. It's a 7-1 game, folks. If you would have told me that going into this, I would have said that you're absolutely lying. I wouldn't say the Sharks wouldn't get the win. I would still think that, but do you think this would be a 3 or 4 goal game at most? And this has been a good start because Muskegon scored the first goal of the game. They looked good in the first 6-7 minutes or so, and then once that finger snap hit, a la Cooper Hopkins, you talk about it, that one changed. Joseph Gibbs got some snow on his jersey. This was a big hit near the boards. Thankfully, it wasn't near the doors. Here's a wrister. This is sniped in. Muskegon off the rush with Luke McCarthy. He gets a goal. So Zach Grover and Luke McCarthy got the Muskegon goals. It's 7-2. That was a good-looking shot from the assistant captaincy near the right wing. Had a lot of space to shoot at there for Schwalke. He just let it fly from deep. Face-off goes the other way now. So Zach Grover going to get a goal and an assist. Same thing for McCarthy here. 7-2. Muskegon's really running out of time. That extra goal definitely hurt. An opportunity off the drop from George Holt, who I think has had a pretty good game. Hasn't drawn all over the score sheet, but we've noticed his face-offs, his defense, and the rusher's speed, a little physicality as well. I think that's been a good pickup for the Sharks. I think they'll be happy with it. Again, for those that are just joining for the first time, we had a mid-season roster freeze in February that we normally had in the first 3 seasons in the MIHL. Right now, we're not going to have one this season, so these rosters will be fluid. You might see some guys on loan from the Motor City Rockers. Sharks will take a penalty. 5:16 on a cross-check. That will open the door slightly ajar here for Muskegon, although 5 goals down. So they need a goal essentially a minute here with 5:16 left if you're all about pacing. The one thing I can say of note, my 3rd season with the Sharks, we've not seen a lot of empty net pulls at times, even when the game is close. We usually have the goalies stay in their crease. So cross-checking's a call against Devon Fields, as Muskegon, I believe, is going to get their 4th power play of the game. Try to pick it up now near the right side blue line. This will be dumped in. Papandrea will circle back. He could have probably chased for that puck if he wanted to. No need, though. Make sure you get back in your defensive responsibilities and get a fresh breath of air here with some new troops. Puck goes out of play. 4:43. So I think we're going to be out of here on the broadcast side, at least before the 8:30 marker. No threat of any extra time or anything else like that. That would be the ultimate broadcast jinx if I said that. This will be sent in. This is a pretty good look there for a long flip, but it just eluded Andrew Taylor. That was a good design. And on the left side, Grover try to get it off the pinch as Muskegon will hold it on the power play. Lost it momentarily off the back skate. That's just unfortunate as the Voyagers have to circle back now with Ryan Gamber. Outstretched feed. Nice work there for Bowman. We'll just settle it down. No nonsense at this point. You want to make sure you get that victory. Find an entry now for Muskegon and Gamber toward the right side. Goes behind the cage. And Muskegon now try to get it near the right side dot. And here's a chance that goes wide up the wall. And behind that blind spot on the left side boards in your broadcast, this is Schwanke on the stand-up as the Sharks failed to clear. Right side blue line, take a D-to-D now near the left dot. Slap shot way wide, and this goes out of play. Look out over there amongst the crowd. Again, usually about half full at Lake Winnipeg. I'd like to see a little more, but I know it is a long bus travel in between Muskegon. We also have Alpena, Muskegon, Dearborn, and Waterford. They're not small travels by any means. In the Dearborn Ice Skating Center for Detroit Warhawks for reference, just in case anyone was confused. Take this draw here for George Holt. Defensive zone draw win now for Waterford. Off the back check. Waterford now tries to find a couple times, and somebody loses their lunch onto the right side boards, gets smacked around as the boards are reverberated around Lakeland Ice Arena on the blue rink. Here's a race for it. Holt tries to get to it as that penalty's been killed. It's been all Sharks essentially after the first 5 minutes of this game. It was a really good push for Muskegon. They thought things would be different, but it was not. That was a good look there for Devon Fields to stay on his feet. Somehow no penalty called. Sharks now continue to hunt with this puck now. Here for Luke Formica. Here's a chance near the right side. Saved by Lay. Brian Danielson was the one that let it go. Again, he draws in the lineup for the first time alongside George Holt. Was a new pickup this week. Luke Formica He's wearing number 26, not 77 tonight. 26, if Blake Farrell draws in the lineup, that would be his number, but we'll see how that works going forward. Kieran Carlisle at wing gets a chance to take the draw as Redmond to the right side point. He'll get the intercept as the defenseman pinches. Muskegon racing across the left wing. Just trying to make something happen, get some shots on goal in this final 2:30. It's a 7-2 game. Intercepted now. Waterford, see what they can do. There's a couple man back. Try to get this puck for a moment as it got away from Hilliker. And now settle back down off the back pass for Michael Redmond. Waterford's feeling like they have more players on the ice and more pucks. That's kind of the synopsis of this game right now in a 7-2. And that's just the way that it's been for the most part. This is not a Muskegon team that I recognize over the last few games. I have to say it honestly, as Schwanke makes the save. That's not to say in 5 more meetings a thing can change, but in week number 2 and the first meeting, it's been all Sharks. And again, as we said, date circled on the calendar. If you look to the right of us in the walk, I know they showed it last week in the broadcast. That's where the banner is for Waterford, and it looks quite nice. And they want to try to add more of that. We got a long way to go. That'll be in March when we figure out some other things when these two teams meet again for the final times, 5th and 6th at Lakeland. This will be intercepted now for Pode. Cross pass. One more touch. Another design. That one goes just wide, and Lay will fall on it. But that was ridiculous puck movement there for the Sharks. A 1-2-3 okey doke near the right side to left side middle slot, and then the left side post, and then almost made it 8-2. Jared Pfeiffer almost inside the final 97 seconds of this game. Pode recollects. Slap shot eludes Bowman. He was winding up for it, but this will fall back to Groth. Takes the wrist shot right on. DePandria steals. Shark spin and turn. That goes wide of the right post. Trying to recollect now across the wall. And good work there for Pode as he continues to hold. Fires it toward the net. And Groth was the one that went. Now he's on the backside trying to pick it back up. Here's a pinch. It's a break now for Muskegon, and they fire it wide. Riley Picture, the captaincy. It was shot out of a cannon there. We're down in the final minute. A couple more opportunities now for Gamber, as this one's held for Schwanke. Even if Picture didn't get what he wanted there, he got the full break, he got the read, he got the steal against Groth off the pinch, and that was a good opportunity. Sometimes you just miss it when you're going full speed. It's hard to slow down in the moment to get a shot on because you don't know who's behind you, and you want to take the opportunity when you can get it. Ozone draw win. Slap shot save one more time. 49 seconds left to go on the broadcast. So as we get set here to close up shop, let me just reiterate in my notes and tell you that December 7th against the Detroit Warhawks will be the second time in the home game. That will be our next home broadcast with Go Live Sportscast. So Sharks will have a 5-game road stand after this. The next 2 weekends they'll be playing 2 games. They'll be in Alpena next weekend, Saturday and Sunday, and then they go to Lakeshore Sports Center against Muskegon the following Saturday and Sunday. They'll get a week off. They'll play one more road game, and then they'll come back here. So the next 2 weekends will be 2 back-to-backs. You can check out the Sharks on the road. Whatever I get sent to me, I'll have written on Hopeless Sports Guy, but anything with the video broadcasts are always full write-ups because I cover those. You might as well. So 5 seconds left to go in this one. The Sharks are going to take a 7-2 victory over the Muskegon Voyagers and improve to 2-0 on the season. Muskegon's going to fall to 2-1. We gave you the reset as far as the schedule. Again, December 7th will be our next home broadcast at 6:30 against the Warhawks. They will be on the road against Alpena. They'll open to them the first time this year at the Northern Lights Complex, and then the Lakeshore Sports Center the following weekend against Muskegon. This was a fun one. We had a good scrap at 6:09. Spencer Bowman able to feed some lunch, and Sharks scored a ton of goals. Again, you have essentially 5 of those in the first, 2 of those in the second. A lot to celebrate about tonight. Glad you could join us for this one. We'll talk again soon. Sharks improve to 2-0 with a 7-2 victory. See you guys soon. We'll talk in a few weeks.